Yeah. So recording is now in progress. So so onye na-achọkwa iwu onye na-amụ ọmụ anyị chọrọ ka anyị na-afụ smiling face mgbe ọbụla. Yeah, because I got through the agenda anyị nwere, greetings and opening prayers I am going to then reason of the minute. Larry anọdụ go online in the house. Okay, Chief Agina.
Yeah,
the minute.
Long party.
Yes, so.
Ima, good morning. I'm still waking up, so it's still my morning. Good afternoon, everybody.
Good afternoon.
And good evening to those in Nigeria. When you were, in that minute, we send earlier to everybody. When you open with the
yeah, on a job, with the minute.
On a forum. On a forum.
Yeah, yes.
Okay.
Yes, essentially, and I mean a forum. What was it last month? Humphrey, was it last month?
40 years, yeah.
Yeah, I think I got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's exactly what I want to say, because the minutes has already been shared and everybody's
but it's okay. But it's okay. But it's part of protocol to announce it. And then we could use the
yes,
comments, when corrections,
exactly.
when those kind of things. It's part of protocol. Yeah.
Exactly. Remy, because I'm very conscious of a minute. So all the guy skip today, if a minute, I can't agree on money to as a create go near online. And most of us are Google. You can go back and kind of revisit it. So if I know correct the minutes.
Yes.
Any correction, any mistake.
Any substantive, any significant corrections we can suggest those.
Yes. Let me go ahead. Let me.
I made some corrections on the platform.
Okay.
Which every person read it.
Oh, very good.
I made the observation and corrections.
Very good. Very good.
I need a comment from the floor as per the corrections I made.
Okay, good. Let me put some correction and so
hello.
Let me meet yeah. I admitted everybody. Then unmute himself because any correction mistake. Well, for the minute.
Hello.
Hello. Any mistake? Only adjustment in well. Na minute.
Hello.
Hello. Can you know hello?
Hello.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Hearing me.
Okay, Humphrey, yeah, we can hear you. Yeah, Humphrey, go ahead.
Yes. Yeah, sorry. First of all, my network bandwidth is I'm talking. I said my network bandwidth is very low. So I hope you can hear me with the network where I'm talking.
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Please, the minutes, just like Larry has said, the minutes have been shared. Okay. Whether you have written it before or not, then you can now say it, because it doesn't mean that once you make an observation, it is correct. So you state out what you observed or any comment you want to make, okay, so that we analyze it and then trash it out. If it is accepted, then we use it to correct the meeting, because observation does not mean that it is correct.
True, that's true.
So please, if anybody have any observation out, so that now that you are in the meeting, everybody will now analyze what is observed or commenting on, please. So that at the end, we use every conclusion.
Yeah, breaking up a little bit, man. And
well done.
Good, very good, very good. So, now they make observation in correction of minute. Onye mesi then the free decide my fair accept no bro. So but now I can on the process of move the minute to be correct. So I wouldn't was any other mistake. Can somebody move the minute to be correct? When you're moving, then can dream is moving minute to come in a second year. Okay, Obama is seconding him.
Hello.
So, Secretary Larry, take your note.
President.
Go ahead. Let me quickly go ahead.
Before the minute is adopted, I made the observation and correction. Has it been corrected? Is it accepted? Because Humphrey said that observation may not be accepted to the floor. So the observation and correction I made, is it accepted before it is corrected, before it is adopted? I want to know the observation and correction I made.
Okay, good, wonderful. Yeah, the correction and the here and one. State it again. Can the floor again?
Well, in the first place, I said
that's exactly what I'm saying. If anybody has anything to say,
the Secretary Larry wrote that executive secretary. I objected to the word executive. We don't have the executive secretary in our meetings, in our constitution. What we have is the general secretary. That is why.
Okay. All in order. Yes.
Point
go
of
ahead.
correction. Point of correction.
Let me finish what I'm.
Okay. Yeah. Humphrey, check finish. You can't finish on your 1 point. Okay, go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Humphrey, hold on. Let me finish here. Let me go ahead.
I'm holding on. I thought that he has finished.
Yes,
but he hasn't done with 2 points. So you said to go one. Okay, go ahead.
The first one is that the Larry wrote executive secretary repeatedly, and by executive secretary, and you have a president and the second in command, the assistant deputy president, which means by ascribing executive secretary, he is the administrative head of the organization, which I found wrong. What we have in our constitution is general secretary. If he is to put the executive secretary, which means other executives are not other officers of the organization are not executive. So I want that correction to be noted. What we have is general secretary and not executive secretary. That is one observation. Correction. Then the second one is that he said what the infraction of AGBACHI was pre the constitution. I'm saying that the constitution has come into effect before AGBACHI's infraction. Thirdly, he said that AGBACHI has exited from the platform. AGBACHI is still with us. AGBACHI has not exited from the platform. These are the three corrections I want to make.
Okay, good.
Before Humphrey,
Larry, go ahead. Yeah.
Larry, this is let me come in here real quick before Humphrey comes in or anybody else.
Okay.
So the first one, the executive secretary, I thought I was following the constitution. I will go back and look at the constitution and follow what's in the constitution and make the correction. That's just as simple as anything.
Thank you. Yes.
Okay. We're going to go by the constitution.
Yes.
Secondly, I think, what was the second point before AGK said a point?
AGK's infraction. He said AGK's infraction was pre the vetting of our constitution.
Okay. Let me come into that. I was recording in that particular instance what was said during the meeting.
Mm-hmm.
Not particularly whether it was correct or not, but I recorded what was said. I think somebody said, and I don't remember who I could attribute that to. Let me see if I can. I'm looking at my notes right now to see who I can attribute that to. That said that they were not sure whether AGK has exited because they have not seen him in on the platform. So I recorded that and make that and said that's exactly what we talked about. I'm not necessarily indicating in minutes that was factual, but that's exactly what was talked about in the meeting. So that was why that was stated that way. And I can go back and check my statement in the minutes to make sure it reflects exactly what was said, not what was later found to be factual or not. Am I making my point clear?
Yeah, very clear.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah. I can only record what was said, not necessarily whether it was one word or the other, but what was actually said, because I'm not there to
Exactly.
to determine whether anybody's statement is correct or not.
Exactly.
What was the second point?
Hello.
Before. What was the second point?
Hello.
Yeah,
AGK has exited from the platform. AGK is still with us.
I know, Lemmy. I know. That's what I'm saying. Somebody said that they were not sure whether AGK has exited.
Yeah.
Which is the reason why it was suggested that the president should contact him. Right?
Yeah. Exactly.
If I recall.
Let me call secretary. He's just recording the meeting. He's not putting opinion on it. He never said that AGK has existed, but somebody said it. He recorded the way the person said it.
Okay,
you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
The final,
that's what happened. Yeah.
The final one, President, is that the person that moved motion for the signatories to our account ought to be mentioned, but he just make a generic statement. I thought it's very, very necessary for the banks to ask for the names of those people that move motion.
Absolutely.
But it was conspicuously missing. That was
okay. I will make that correction. I apologize for that. Okay. I'll make that correction, please.
Good.
Yes, that's on point. That's on point.
Very good. Very, very good.
Thank you, Lemmy. I appreciate it. You brought up some really good points there. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Is there any other comments?
Yes. Hello.
Yeah, Livy. Okay.
Yeah. In attendance, I think Larry wrote that Livy or Anya Chabel.
Hello.
Instead of Livy Dumabi attended the last meeting.
Okay. So correct is Livinus is not a August. Yeah.
I don't want to start the house was here.
Livinus, I all the name incredible. All of it will social security well so yeah. So can we any other? Okay.
There are two other persons. One I told him Wobo is raising his hand, so let Wobo finish. Once he finishes,
Tony. Engineer, okay, go ahead, Tony. Unmute yourself.
There's something I wanted to ask. Madam, when we get to matters arising from the minute, and I will say it. That is about. There's a question, a clarification I need.
Okay,
let me now come in. I think I'm audible enough.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't want. We should first of all recognize that this is a meeting. Let's not. I don't want it to appear as if anybody is struggling for anything. But once we are in a meeting and the decision is taken, I wouldn't want anybody to draw us back. Why I said point of correction to Lemmy is not because of whether secretary or non-secretary or not this. But let me tell you people, for those who were not present at our face-to-face meeting at Long Party's house. Unfortunately, Lemmy was there. So I am highly surprised at what he's saying. But if I start now, it will appear as if we are struggling for anything. But in a meeting, most of us belong to meetings, most of us are heading other meetings. If we arrive at a decision, please do not draw us back. During election of officers, I think Tony Wobo was there. I don't know who other people who are there. Assuming that Igwe Nwosu was there, but quite a lot of people who are there. We are talking of this executive secretary. That's how it came out. What is the name? What is this? Aguata Kulobia guy. Joseph Ikocha was saying that. Okay, Ikocha, sorry.
So what's the meaning of Ikocha?
White Ikocha.
They better allow Humphrey to remain the coordinator. I'm just saying what we discussed here. I'm not offering. I'm not offering any special. I'm not offering any special appeal.
Nigga, this real, man. Good to see you.
I'm talking.
UVA.
Okay. Let me. I've already unmute yourself, Humphrey. Why you are?
Please, can we listen?
Yeah, go ahead, Humphrey.
Okay. So during that meeting, Joseph Ikocha, and maybe two other persons. I think two other persons. Either you say bonus Nwoke or something like that. I bet two other persons. We are saying that it's better that Humphrey continues as the coordinator. Then somebody raised an issue in the meeting that there is no post like coordinator, but for Humphrey to be allowed to doing all the job he's doing. We already have a president general worldwide who is not resident in Nigeria. But for Humphrey to remain active or be doing what he is doing, that the whole thing should be changed, that secretary should be changed to executive secretary and amended in the constitution so that Humphrey will be empowered to take decisions that will move the platform forward while in Nigeria. That's exactly how the word executive secretary came up. And Lemi was there. So, fortunately or unfortunately, I don't know how this thing came up. And if I start talking now, it will appear as if maybe I want to do a certain work or not doing a certain work. But please, I don't like whatever is the decision that is taken in the meeting and we are there. I don't like people drawing us back because somebody like me is a very busy pharmacist that I don't have time to attend meetings that draws people back. So that is the decision we took at a long party.
Okay. So pharmacist, what does that mean?
Most other person is there. So I don't really know how you just came up with that.
Okay. Okay, good. If I want why you waiting and I discuss about it on the agenda, like to Humphreys, we can even discuss being at the other meeting. So now, we have to move ahead, you know. Because secretary in general, let me mean no secretary in general secretary, in constitution. So the meeting, then with executive secretary. Yeah. On a meeting na my house. Yeah. Let's leave it the way it is. During the election period, I am quasi already how you change back. I change quasi back. When I happen to talk, I move on. Now, if I were on the plate to discuss today, the too many. So, because secretary, take the note. Livy Okonkwo Izuchukwu move the minute to be correct, and Obanwa second him. Yes, in Kendrick, go ahead. Can you feature even?
Please, I want to come in.
Okay, Tony, can you find a man? Kendrick, can hold on, he came to then Tony. Can you cook it at Tony?
That is, it's a character.
Yeah, I think everyone in the house, they discussed about his clothes. It was happy at the way we discussed here. Secretary. Then,
excuse me, no. There's matters arising or maybe AOB. You gotta go on the Monday meeting. You remember the discussion when I house, they weren't written down minutes. I know there were some divergent opinions, different opinion about being coordinator or being a secretary or being secretary. But at the end of the day, I don't think they will conclusive something. So my own advice to have a I amend our constitution. Let it remain as it is in the constitution. But if it, for any reason, Obulune need change the name and the designation and function, we can call for the amendment of the constitution. But meanwhile, let it be as it is in the constitution. Because on the money meeting, came even a guide, and not because of even this even a guide I came with other constitution. And I be kita play toy with it. It may in future disturb us. So all the mark I operate strictly according to the constitution. So upon a constitution for executive, secretary, let's maintain it. And if for any reason, and you decide, can you change the function or the designation to executive secretary or any other thing, we have to amend it and call it a resolution. And don't worry about the call, reach a resolution or whatever. You change that title to executive secretary. So why am I saying that I'm not after whoever who is executive secretary of what function anybody is performing, but I'm particular about maintaining a process of a meeting. That's what I'm saying. Thank you.
Good. Oh, cool, man. Kendrick, go ahead.
Sorry, I still have a comment. To make.
Okay.
Comment to make.
After Kendrick, then issue, then around wire up. Okay, Kendrick, go ahead. Kendrick, unmute.
I just decided to advise myself as to the minutes. There is my apologies. Item number 2 in the minutes, John Dick advised on ways of improving network bandwidth for meetings and other browsing. I was not, what I'm going to promise here, network bandwidth for meetings, browsing. We were talking specifically, Maka Principal, AGBACHI, the computers for the schools. So my thinking is very simple. An Ekuoku computer cannot Ekuoku and the Oku internet. So I opened the discussion. Now I could look at possibility. Now, fiber optics along Ekusigo Road, there is a possibility what the school is spending now, not enough for a Wi-Fi broadband bandwidth subscription. Or then that at least for 1 year that I will undertake to put Wi-Fi, super Wi-Fi for AGBACHI. That's what I said. And since then, one of our members are compared to government the cost of that. So it's not for the general, it's not for the members. That's one. Secondly, with all due respect,
Daddy, because this is Larry. Because so are you saying that before I go to the second point, because my memory at my age, I don't say as sharp as it was when we were at AGBACHI, people there when they were. So are you saying then? Are you saying that the statement that was attributed to you in the minutes is actually incorrect? If it is, please send me something stating exactly. Send me something stating.
Incorrect.
I'm sorry?
It is factually incorrect.
Okay, please send me the correction, please, if you don't mind.
Okay, I will.
And I'll make the changes.
I will.
Thank you, I appreciate that. I'm sorry to interrupt.
The other thing beginning, I want to make an excuse for Larry. Executive Secretary. Let us understand that Nigerians now like title, especially I don't know. I now the governor, now as executive governor. I see name were not executive governor. So wherever we work, and then hopefully because some of us over some language I now find it might be well intentioned. So when you're talking to your mates, you use that word, you people. I want to tell you people, it's completely unacceptable because that's really the small comment I want to make. All made with love.
Thank you so much. Okay, Humphrey, okay, well, finish. I round up.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Sometimes, if you start arguing over something, it will appear as if you have a special interest. But the least I will say is that I'm disappointed in Wobo's statement or denial. That's the least I will say. But I don't want, if I talk, let it appear as if somebody is especially interested in something. Because when I actually decided that I don't want to hold any post again, it was the same Wobo that was even saying, forcing me that I must take the executive secretary. I'm disappointed that now he's now saying that there was nothing like a decision about executive secretary. And Igwe Nwosu, who is Igwe, was the person who moved that motion, and was supported by, and it was carried. And the reasons for moving that motion were clearly given and was carried. So I don't know how to base it because I don't want, if I'm talking, it will appear as if you want a particular post. But I have said that I can never be a party to after a decision in the meeting. somebody will come out from anywhere for one reason or the other, either personal reason or whatever reason, and say that no, this is not what is held. Now, I want to use Igwe Nwosu. I've not seen him since then, and we don't call each other, except when he submitted the bank details to me. I want to use Igwe Nwosu as point of reference. Ask Igwe Nwosu who moved that motion, whether it was carried or not in the presence of the whole house. Ask Joseph Ikocha, sorry, who was saying that the rubbish should make connect. Whether that motion was said, because when the motion was moved, I remember Joseph Ikocha said that that's exactly what he said, so that somebody can be powered to continue what he's doing. So, and my annoyance sort of is that Nwobo was instrumental to the whole motion. So I'm surprised saying that it eventually was not carried. So can we call on Igwe Nwosu, or we put it in the platform so that one or two people will make comments? And with this, I wouldn't say with this that I'm not holding any post again because it will be overreacting. But let's get Igwe Nwosu and a few other people who attended the meeting at Long Party's house. What was resolved at the executive secretary? Thank you, and over.
Okay.
Paddy.
Paddy, you see?
Oh, no, please.
Yeah.
Because when you went.
Biko, onwere ihe nchọrọ ikwu biko. Thank God that recording this meeting, I think, I don't know whether Humphrey understood what I said or heard what I said. Yeah. No, what I'm saying, I'm repeating what I said.
Engineer, because this is like engineer, because when you engineer, because Paddy, yes. You are the chairman, you are the president, because
yes. Because I can conclude here before Messi just say what which is talking about. If yes, if yes, because yes, I will look into it. If I'm not because again. If I were to discuss today, if I want to discuss, because I'm not important or the important, but John Dike Kulketa make it is what sense, and I abide with you, then we will just move on. When a comment may make, yeah, they in line if John Kuleto can miss where I conclude if Picon Ununanya. Eziokwu na otu aya I will eventually incorporate it or a big corporation, but at the same time, if I name if I be one name, I name me as one name. I had a me so strictly as big organization or whatever.
Exactly, that's why I'm even talking.
Inanya if Humphrey na Roy Kylie. Executive secretary and or not back to Ife John Dikeku about or because Nathan Afa go where they can without 8 year off 8 year or nothing. He's been there executing and doing all kind of stuff. So now when you get Arab Quagudini, don't you Arab Quagudini to all day. Humphrey because name life in him and when you disturb because you are doing more than the president, more president not US. So now for the executive, now for the advice, now for the power career, yes. So on the capital Wesika, I have you until one actually constitution after Kaimesi and I will revisit our constitution. So yeah, because yes, yeah, Tony, I'm on a be in a joke too. I agree with Larry again. Let's move on. Let's move ahead.
No, excuse me. Just 10 seconds more. 10 seconds, not up to a minute.
Larry,
10 seconds more.
Paddy.
Yes. Why I said 10 seconds more?
Yes.
Myself, I will talk. I have nothing that will talk.
Yeah.
You already given. Don't allow another person to talk on
this. Yes. Because
I will talk.
Yeah.
If you allow another person to talk on this issue, I will talk.
Because overall fair, me for now. like it is working if I add up an agenda to start to talk with. No, maybe correction or web into it. So net I ratify go move go the minute to be correct, you know. So because Kaigan ahead 1, 2, I be gonna belly I go minutes ahead. So if I know the agenda number 4, financial account updates. So Humphrey, because if I did an account, why not there in a why just the amount in when at the account, then it's why make an update, opening up account for the organization. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, thank you. Our accounts, like I said during meeting at your house, at the President General's house, we had a balance of 1,100,000 naira.
Okay, 1.4.
Then that was before the payment of registration dues.
Okay.
So now 47 people have registered.
Good.
Yeah, and very importantly, Bengala Ziokap has redeemed his pledge of 200,000 naira. Although I said it in the platform.
Yes.
And then people like Ugochukwu Mwabisi, our man Ugo.
Yes.
Donated also 30,000 naira.
Okay, good.
I think okay, I will say 25,000 because 5,000 is part of his registration.
Okay.
So all said and done, all the money we have had so far now is 1,570,000 naira.
Okay.
1,570,000 naira.
Okay, 1.57. Okay, good. Good question. So now 1.57. Then go ahead about the bank opening account. How far would it? And we're 3. Oko Igwe Nwosu and Nnemeka Nwofo, Barrister Nnemeka Oko Nnemeka Okafo. Yeah. So bife no na ife na no. So kede how far kede kunu si we ga to imepe account.
Sorry, because my network, my bandwidth is very low, so I'm just managing. So I said 1,570,000 naira, but during my accounting, I remember
it's 1,700,000, not 500, 700.
No, 570. I didn't say
570. Okay, 570.
But even at that, the final thing, okay, the final thing you will write down is 1,540,000. That is the final thing you will write down.
Okay.
Yes. The reason is that there was this process we made towards the end of that year. I forgot to include it when doing the report. That was 20,000 naira for burial of a national president of Orifte Grammar School. 20,000 naira. I hope you people remember.
Yeah.
Then Netalo Konkwo, whose daughter
get married. Yeah.
Before then, somebody we said that we will give him 10,000 naira too. So that was just the 30,000. So 1,570,000 minus 30 gives you 1,540,000. So the final, I just want to give the whole report. I'm not just the final balance, as you said, because some people may not understand how it comes to that. So otherwise, the final balance in our account as at today is 1,540,000 naira.
Okay.
Noted.
It's been recorded.
540,000 naira.
Okay, good.
Good. Now I'm going to opening back account. I think you said I should continue at the same time before.
Yeah. And what's your question? Yeah.
Exactly. So we've actually helped a lot. We got our documents from bank. Then Igwe Nwosu, okay, sent because I asked him to draft a letter for us.
Okay.
So he sent also a letter. So everything has been, all the documents are now perfect. Why we've not gone ahead is that about the signatories. You know, I wasn't available in last meeting, so I didn't understand exactly what was said. I don't know. Somebody was saying that the President General can sign online. I don't understand. I don't know. So I said, let me wait everything because this is an association account. It's not a personal account. Let me wait. And here, from here, exactly who are the signatories, whether the President General said that you can sign online and how it is to be done, because I don't really know. Otherwise, he will appoint somebody to sign on his behalf, which is in the Nemeko cover, as I have earlier suggested. So I don't know. That's why exactly I kept everything on hold, because these are associations until you don't move out without a concrete agreement. Because I was absent from last meeting. Thank you, and over.
Okay. Una anụgo ife okwu biko o nwere any suggestion mụnwa na incline mụnwa na a suggest na ọ bụrụ na unu ya ekwe m ka Nnaemeka Nwafọ Nnaemeka Okafọ biko nu go and sign the signature na-ekwu maka ya ọ nọ ya sign on behalf of me. Let him go ahead and do that because na ọ na-eche mgbe mụnwa ya nọ ebe a wee mee online on me if I nwere ike 2 years I akara na nwee this account. So now I suggest let 3 of them go ahead and carry that out. Anytime in Nigeria, I can go ahead and do that. Okay, I'm from 3 hands.
We discuss that matter. If anyone suggests then, but our constitution shows not 3 signatories to the account, and any 2 can sign checks.
Yeah,
okay, we take 2 to sign checks. Even suggest that the 2 people not there. Now again, we substitute, yes. If Igwe and Humphrey and Barrister Nnaemeka Okafọ are the signatories with a caveat that born in the country, your name can be added there as the president. Not if you, or that's what I suggest, and that's the proper way to go about it. And if Emekuo na Nnaemeka Okafọ is a lawyer, which means that OCA, he should know how to execute a power of attorney. A sign we got a sign on your behalf, so he can sign for himself and still sign on as you with a power of attorney. But that power of attorney is specific for the account, not universal power of attorney.
Account, yeah. Okay, good. Good. Okay. Yeah.
Because down, first of all, I want to apologize for being a little bit late. I'm always on time. So what I want to suggest about the report, Humphrey, here, I don't know, besides the secretary or the president, Nigeria numbers, I don't think any of us remember all this number, 1,570,000 and all this. And so my suggestion, Humphrey, is before the meeting, you post it on our platform.
Okay.
If I will now, all this number, because I post where I have only busy meeting when question that particular one, so you don't come up and start giving us all these numbers. You gotta go. So that's one. Then another one is for this meeting to move forward and on time, we have to respect the office. I've been several times, but it's that we don't have a lot of time. That let's stick to our program, but everybody wants to talk, and I don't want to drag back. That's different between semantics and something. And I noticed that we are talking about semantics instead of the main thing. So for us to be on time, can this meeting be I know 2 hours, 3 hours? Once the president is let's move on. No matter it was where everybody will not talk. We'll just move on. I will grab everything. That's my suggestion.
Well, thank you.
Thank you. Enough.
Very good. Okay, before you go, Secretary, before you know, Obama would not keep me since up go. Okay, more for the Obama. Okay, Obama will suggestion. Yeah. Okay, go ahead. Okay. Okay, it seems like everything is freezing out. Yeah, I shut everything down. Hello.